Steve Barcelo. Just got back from a trip on the road doing a little paranormal investigation, and I did an interview with Mike Waddell, the creator and founder of MetaZoo, the TCG game. About an hour and 2 minutes was the interview with Mike. Came out good, got some good questions answered. There's a lot of things going on after 3 years. I wouldn't call it a restructure, but kind of just working out little bumps in the road, working out things as far as, for MetaZoo, working out things as far as, I guess, to try to get the product out quicker, more efficiently. We discussed printers, a little bit of everything. I'll put the spot in here. I'll put a tag in for the video so you guys can go to it. I'm using the Canon here. I'm working out some of the glitches on this camera. So it's kind of a test. Hopefully the audio is okay. I'm using the separate monitor since the screen on this thing doesn't flip around. Been an issue. I finally got the monitor to work. So it's kind of a test piece. So on this trip here, after I did the interview with Mike from being on the road, I had to do it from a hotel. So the audio there is not particularly great, you can see. Now the pretty cool spot, this hotel we went to is a paranormally active location. There's going to be a whole separate video on that we'll put together. Got a bunch of different stuff I did on this trip. We messed around with an obelisk, see what was going on, but the room we're in was his room number 40. Right next door was room, I guess it's 41. I filmed it, I don't remember exactly. And, yeah, because I think the numbers go up as you go down. The window was open. You could hear the smoke detector blinking. You look in there, the lights on, mattress thrown to the floor, sheets all over the place. Looked like a crime scene. It was crazy. I don't know what the hell happened in the place. It was pretty freaky. So as I'm doing the interview with Mike, I'm explaining to him. You could hear him in the interview going like, you know, lock your door, you know. It was pretty nuts. Well, after getting that done and doing an investigation, middle of the night, the door swung open. It was crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff. I had a camera set up, a night vision camera, to run all night. I went to play it back today. It didn't record shit. So we have a lot of weird issues, a lot of technical things there too. Anyway, I ended up heading farther south and went to the Lizard Man in Bishopville, Lizard Man Scape Ore Swamp Museum, which is the Lizard Man Museum, Veterans Museum, and Cotton Museum. It's 3 in 1. It's a big place. The Lizard Man section is pretty small. They have a nice gift section there where you can get all kinds of t-shirts and hats. But one of the things I did was bring them down a MetaZoo card, which was graded a 9.5, full hollow, and donated it to the museum just to do the tie-in there. And they loved it. They put it on display. Basically, I didn't interview the gentleman there. He's never had a personal experience, and he actually told me one of the issues they have. Everyone that had sightings back in the day has passed on. So there was no one I could literally do things with. So, you know, I'll put some information in here of the story itself. But basically, it's a great little museum. We have to work with all these other museums and tie together. We're all having hard times now, coming out of COVID. We're all trying to bounce back. That being said, I'm going to continue to do more traveling and try to do ties with MetaZoo. Anything that has a card, like as you guys saw, I went to Lexington, Kentucky for the Crypticon, and while we're up there, we went to Pope Lick, and the Pope Lick train trestle, the story of Goatman, and I actually had a sample MetaZoo card and kind of shot that. So you can see we're doing these tie-ins, so we're still doing our investigation, but if I can tie another museum in, or a museum and and MetaZoo, a trading card game, or whatever, we're trying to share the wealth and work together, just like we do in Littleton here. When I had PBS come in, or Travel Channel, I have them go to, you know, the restaurant that sells a Bigfoot burger. I brought them down to Daphne's coffee shop and showed them the Bigfoot cookies they had. So, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it's important to just, you know, show the town. I have an interview tomorrow morning. I can't talk about it, but it's another upcoming event which we hope happens, and so I have to be ready for that 10 o'clock in the morning. But so I'm setting up for that too, trying to organize things. But I'm going to go into a little bit more on the story of Lizard Man. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We need all the help we can get. Keep things going. Don't forget to support not just our museum, but all the museums out there. The story of Lizard Man is relatively new as far as most cryptics go. Most things go back hundreds of years, sometimes thousands of years. The Lizard Man story is basically started on July 14th, 1988. So it's in the 80s there, late 80s. Lee County Sheriff's investigated a report of damage to a car. It was a car that literally the fender was ripped out, like something had bite marks, and they attributed it to this lizard man, which they claimed is about roughly 7 feet tall, half man, half lizard. So it's got like a lizard head, has a greenish body, scales. It kind of looks wet, like it came out of the swamp. And there were a couple of sightings in the area there. There was one young man. Unfortunately, everyone who's had these sightings has passed. Let me see if we can find the guy's name here. Christopher Davis reported to the sheriff. He was 17 at the time. And so there's, just a handful of people have seen things. The story's kind of persisted. So as far as I know, there's been nothing particularly seen recently. There are a couple of prints, which I'll be able to show you. Some of the video that I have from shooting at the Lizard Man Museum. I have to get that off the other camera we were working with. But it's an interesting story. It's kind of nice to have your own cryptic, as opposed like we have Bigfoot here. We have our own here too that hasn't been seen in a while. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's been about 2.5 years, and it's the Littleton Pigman. It's down by the Smithfield Genetics Lab, which is kind of between here and Medoc Mountain, a hotbed for Bigfoot sightings. So you never know. I've never seen anything. I've had no luck finding any kind of prints, but we've had multiple hunters come in and talk to us about it. So another t-shirt for the museum. This is an interesting one though. I love the Lizard Man, and just the fact that we have cards and stuff that MetaZoo has done. I'll post some of those up here so we can do that tie-in. I did not go out into the swamp to look for anything. Since no one else has seen anything in years, I figured that would be kind of futile. We will do other things now. Like I said, we did just get back from Crypticon. We did do Public, and that was a much more active. I mean, the creepy part of Public is all the people dying there. I mean, people literally going up onto the trestle, and do not go up on the trestle. Trains come, you've got a 90-foot drop down, or you get hit by the train and get thrown 90 foot. Once you're up there, I mean, the odds of you getting off in time when a train comes is slim. So it's not a thing to do. You want to go there, see it, observe it from the base, take all the pictures you want. But this one's kind of a neutral one. I just try to hit as many of these as we can. We've went to something that's a little bit farther south than this too, is the UFO Welcome Center, which is not in good shape. It was something built by somebody to actually welcome the UFOs. It's a wooden structure, kind of looks like a UFO. I believe the gentleman who made it is actually in a home at this point. So I can't imagine this is going to be a matter of time when it's deemed unsafe and the county tears it down. So that's another thing if you get a chance to stop and see that too. There's a lot of these things. We're going to have a whole list on our website. But I just wanted to go across this. I did a quick Wikipedia. You can see they don't even have much on here. So I'll hold it in front of the camera so you guys can see, but not a heck of a lot. We're going to keep on doing investigations. I've got a lot more paranormal stuff we want to do. I'm trying to do a lot of the UFO stuff. That's hard to do. I mean, especially now it's kind of cold to be outside staring at the sky for hours and hours. So, and then again, when it's hot and buggy, it's not the most fun thing either. We do stay at the museum if I'm able to maintain this place here. We've had issues as far as we might have to move again. I would love to put some kind of camera up on the roof, just observing the sky 24/7, like we have them outside here. More for surveillance, but I'm seeing these rescue dogs come by every night we put food out. It's always something. I love doing this stuff. I love traveling. I love interviewing people and hearing their stories. Plus, not to mention, people come in all the time and want to tell us their stories here. But if you get a chance, please go down to the Lizard Man Museum / Veterans Museum / Cotton Museum. It's a lot of fun, and it's primarily a cotton museum, and they've got this whole, huge thing in the back showing how the cotton business works. So even that's, if you're not even really into it, you'll be impressed. I mean, they really do a nice job. The people that run the place are great people. So I'm just going to put some stuff in here, show you some of the artifacts that we saw, and like I said, keep on watching. We'll keep on producing stuff. And this is just a nice short video, and I've got some more stuff I've got to go through and edit. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Everybody be good to each other. It's important.